Welcome to Astra Limitless podcast, a space where consciousness expands, healing begins, and we remember who we truly are. I am Astra, your host and fellow traveler on this journey of awakening. Each episode is an invitation to go deeper into the mind, the soul, and the infinite possibilities that live within you. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and let's begin.
Today, I want to talk about something that shaped a huge part of my journey, the gift of feeling too much. I used to think it was a curse, like something was wrong with me because I felt everything so deeply. I could walk into a room and sense tension, even if no one said a word. I could pick up on sadness behind someone's smile. Sometimes I'd even cry for a reason I really couldn't explain. It was confusing and honestly very painful. I learned to hide it. I learned to mask. I didn't tell anyone how intense my emotions were. I thought people wouldn't understand. They didn't know that behind my calm face, I was always feeling everything: the pain of others, the collective happiness, even the joy that wasn't mine. I became really good at pretending that I was okay. I'd smile, laugh, do what expected, lead, help, perform. But deep inside, it felt like I was carrying 1,000 stories that weren't mine. And that's when I started realizing maybe this too much feeling wasn't a flaw. Maybe it was a gift, one I just didn't know how to hold yet. It took me years to understand that empathy, sensitivity, and emotional depth are actually signs of a wide open heart. But the world often doesn't know what to do with people like us, people who feel deeply. We were told that we are dramatic, that we need to toughen up, or we don't have to take things personally. But what if we stop seeing sensitivity as weakness and start seeing it as wisdom? Because the truth is, feeling deeply means you're connected, right? You're connected to life, to energy, to love, to others, even when it hurts. For me, I started to notice that when I suppressed my emotions, I also suppressed my intuition. It's like the more I tried to be normal, the more I lost touch with my inner voice, the quiet knowing inside. I was really disconnected from myself. It was only when I started honoring what I feel, not judging it, not trying to fix it right away, that things began to shift. Emotions, I realized, are not my enemies. They are messages. And if we actually listen, they tell us so much about what needs healing, what needs release, and what needs to be loved. So let me share something personal. There was a time when I went through a season of total emotional numbness, when I let people abuse me of some sort, but I feel nothing. It was like my body just shut down after years of carrying too much. I couldn't cry, I couldn't feel joy. It was just blank. And it really scared me because for someone who always felt everything, feeling nothing felt like dying inside. That's when I realized feeling too much is still better than not feeling at all. Because our emotions, even the painful ones, remind us that we're alive. And I think it's beautiful. They're proof that our hearts still work, that we care, that we're human. If you're listening right now and you've been told you're too sensitive or too emotional, too intense, I just wanted to say you're not too much. You simply have a wide emotional range. You feel things others can't. And that's not something to hide. That is something to honor. The world actually needs people like you, people who can sense energy, who care deeply, who see beyond the surface appearances. We are the feelers, the healers, the artists, the ones who remind others that emotions is sacred. I used to think strength meant staying unbothered. Now I think strength means allowing yourself to feel everything and still choosing to keep your heart open. It's not about controlling emotions, it's about dancing with them, letting sadness wash through you without drowning, letting joy fill you without clinging, letting anger speak without burning bridges. It's emotional alchemy. When we stop running from our emotions, they stop controlling us. So, how do we live as sensitive beings in a world that often feels too loud and too harsh? We ground, we pause, we create little rituals that brings us back to ourselves. Because the truth is, the gift of feeling too much only becomes heavy when we don't know where to place it. But when we learn to channel it through art, music, storytelling, service, or whatever it is, it transforms into something very beautiful. If you're ever been told that you are too emotional, I want you to try changing that inner dialogue. Instead of, I'm too sensitive, I'm aware. It's your superpower. The more you accept it, the more you can help others feel safe to do the same. So that's what this episode is. A love letter to every soul who feels deeply. Because you're not alone in this. You were never meant to get rid of your sensitivity, but to understand it and let it guide you home. Feeling too much isn't your burden, it is your bridge to empathy, to truth, to connection, and to awakening. Until next time, take care of your energy and remember, your emotions are not too much. They are you in your most human, divine form.
Thank you for tuning in to the Astra Limitless podcast. If today's episode spoke to your soul, share it with someone who might need its light. You can follow and connect with me on social media for more reflections, tools, and inspiration on this path of awakening. Until next time, stay grounded, stay open, and remember, you are limitless.